Hello world! Welcome back to another BYU CTF 2022 write-up video. In this video, we'll be covering the Forensics Challenge Alpine 2. Let's get into it. What was the IP address of the attacker? Note, Matt Johnson never logged in remotely. Okay, so that's a pretty good note right there. So that just tells us that if he never logged in remotely, then we're probably looking for a remote-ish looking IP address, right? Now they're going to be using the same box as we did last time, and I went ahead and already solved it just because I wanted to make sure I had the IP address right, and I did. So here's how you solve it. We're just going to come back to autopsy, and it's again where we let off last time with Alpine 1, and we're going to go to the logs this time because the logs are where you're going to actually be able to see if there's like a connection into the machine. Now, those connections are usually in a file called auth.log on Linux, but there doesn't seem to be one here. But if we go to messages, there's a very similar structured one right here. It's quite possible that the log file got renamed because why would the attacker want his logs to be seen by the user? Because that can be used to track him down, especially if the IP address isn't masked at all. And that's actually his own IP address to his machine because he didn't use a VPN or whatever. But anyways, we see down here that, you know, we're looking at SSH, right? Because the attacker is able to get back in through SSH. We know that from Alpine 1. And the only IP address that is using SSH right now is 10.37.184.245. So that will be your flag. And as you can see, there's the service right there, SSHD. Accepted password. Now remember, it wasn't really a password that it accepted, it was the private key that it accepted, right? Because the attacker didn't know the password. Or maybe he did, he just didn't use it. But he was able to get the private key, so that's how he maintained persistence. So we'll just do that whole flag submission thing just for habit's sake. And that'll be it for this challenge. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Turn on post notifications to get regular injections of cyber content directly into your feed. Check out our Patreon, join our Discord, and follow us on Twitter. Links in the description box down below. And leave any feedback or questions in the comments section down below. This is Almond Milk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.